Yu-Gi-Oh! Emergency Forbidden List for December 1st, 2022. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. It's a Master Duel. No, this is not Master Duel. This is the legitimate TCG. Today, we're going to be going over this particular Forbidden List as well as my first initial thoughts on this Forbidden List and why are these cards banned. I'm going to be explaining to you in detail what these cards are, what they do, why they're banned, and how they can impact Yu-Gi-Oh! Going forward. So let's go ahead and jump on into the official site effective December 1st, 2022. So you guys have roughly 10 days to get your decks ready for this new Forbidden List. And the first card that is banned is Curious Lightsworn Dominion. Now, in my opinion, this card should have been banned a long time ago. And the reason is because Curious can essentially search any monster or any spell or trap card from your deck to your side of the field. And how players would do it is that you would link someone into Curious, and then you would send the appropriate spell and trap card that you want, and then you would make a monster named Nightmare Griffin, which would allow you to set the card to your side of the field. This is one of this was one of Tearlament's biggest go-to play strategies, as they would set cards like Eradicator Epidemic Virus and completely ruin strategies. With Curious being banned, not only can they not trigger those Tearlament monsters that would be sent off of Curious or those Ishizu cards if they reverted back to this strategy, they also won't have access to the powerful trap cards that would ruin their day, like Eradicator Epidemic Virus. This actually makes a couple of other decks that can search Eradicator a lot stronger by banning Curious. I actually do like this. Little late, but here we are. Next band is going to be, they did it! They did it! They got rid of one of the most toxic cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, crap! I can't believe it, guys. I can't believe it. Mystic Mind being banned is not a great thing right now. The only reason why I say this is because Mystic Mind was actually a decent check to Tearlaments. And right now, studies have shown that we're not in a format where Mystic Mind has been game altering. Though I do welcome the Mystic Mind ban, I'm kind of worried that Tearlaments do get more powerful with Mystic Mind being banned instead of less powerful. Now, again, I don't think that this card deserved to be off the list, but I think that there's going to need to be some other checks and balances to help balance that Tearlament strategy out. And as you can see, no other bans so far, no fusion bans, no main monster bans, no Havness ban. We're going to see what else is here, because right now I'm not having this. Let's go ahead. Nothing else banned. Okay. Going into limited. Oh, Herald of Orange Light. This is pretty good. Herald of Orange Light is a direct hit to the Ishizu Tearlament deck, because it just provided so much resources to the deck. And allow me to explain. Anytime you would make a monster like Abyss Dweller or a monster effect that would stop your opponent, the Ishizu Tearlament build would always have, or could always have, a potential out to your out, which makes the deck extremely strong. This does, like, the limit of Herald of Orange Light makes cards like Abyss Dweller way more powerful, as Tearlament players are now going to have to rely on drawing that one Herald of Orange Light or main decking Forbidden Droplets, which won't trigger the Tearlament monster effects. Herald of Orange Light, I think, is a really nice hit for Ishizu Tearlament, as it does allow them, or you bring down the counter for Ishizu Tearlament's counter to your cards. I think that that's not bad. Let's see what else we got on here. Let's see what else. Oh, Heavy Metal Foes Electrobite, still bad. Okay, never punished, I guess. We're going to go, what's next? Come on, guys, come on. What's next? Nothing else limited? No? No Havness? No Havness limit? All right, I'm just playing. I just want to say I'm not having this for this Havness limit, right? But still pretty cool. All right, so this list so far seems to be fairly mundane. I really want to hear what you guys think should be on this list. What do you guys think are some other cards that should have been banned, or some other cards that should have been limited? I do think that this Herald of Orange Light is going to play a huge effect on Ishizu Tearlament variant. So we're going to have to probably wait a little bit longer to see how that works. So going into semi-limited, Lyrilusk Recital Starling semi-limited. Okay. Is Tri Brigade getting a huge boost? So The Lyrilusk Recital Startling allowed you to be able to search level 1 or Winged Beast monsters from your deck to your hand. And with 2 copies of Recital Startling, cards like Utopic Draco Future become way easier to make. And also, you can search cards like DD Crow, which is extremely powerful against the Shizu tier limit. And now, since Herald of Orange Light is limited, this deck, or the Tri-Brigade deck, being able to search Herald of Orange Light becomes that much better. I'm leaning towards a Tri-Brigade Lyrilusk version being extremely powerful. I think that would be good against the Shizu tier limit. But that's pretty much it for the semi-limited. This is looking really naked here. Let's move on to the unlimited to see what happens. Oh my God. Yo! Yo! Shit, yes! Yes! This is exactly the hits that we need, or the non-hits that made. Oh my God, this is game-changing. Yo, look. Dimensional Fissure to 3 is going to be insane. Bro, what's going on, guys? What is going on? Look, I'm not sure if no Ashizu tier limit hits is the correct answer, but Dimensional Fissure off of the list is a direct counter to Ashizu tier limit. Being able to sideboard or even potentially mainboard copies of Dimensional Fissure inside of your deck, being able to activate it on your opening turn, and now your opponent has to fear and respect that as a Shizu tier limit player, or being able to activate it going second, knowing that they won't be able to interact with some of their most powerful Shizu cards because they'll be banished instead and they won't be able to get their effects. I think that is huge. Macrocosmos, I'm not necessarily big on Macrocosmos because it's a trap card, but at the same time, it's still another banish card that could really ruin the Ashizu tier limit strategy. Fire Formation Tinky only strengthens that Tri-Brigade deck, but keep in mind, it does get weaker with cards like Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos being live. This is a huge hit to all graveyard reliant decks. I think that this is huge. Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos being in the format at 3 is going to be colossal. Metaverse easily can come at 3 with Mystic Mind being banned, but one thing I think is super secret with Metaverse being at 3 is the ability to be able to activate Necro Valley from your deck, which is another huge hit for a Shizu tier limit. I can imagine players citing 3 copies of Metaverse and 2 copies of Necro Valley because immediately they can just go Metaverse into the Necro Valley, and then with their second Metaverse, if they're playing another field spell, they can activate that to play another field spell on top of their field spell to get them going. I think that these are all really solid hits or unlimited for the strategy. Also, Tellarknight Timaeus. This card was actually extremely good. I can't wait to see how many players will come up with wacky combinations. We already know this card could make, oh my God. Yo, no, this card's busted. Oh my God. Constellar, Satellar, Diamond prevents dark monster effects from being activated, and this card can easily make it. Yo, tiers are going to have a hard time this format. It may not look like it, but this is going to be incredible. My final thoughts about this particular Forbidden List is that, first of all, it's short. I kind of like short Forbidden List. Nothing got hit. I'm never a fan of hitting decks or completely crippling decks. I'm always a fan of balancing decks, and I think this is what this Forbidden List is trying to do. I know there's going to be some players that are going to overreact and say that a Shizu tier limit is still tier 0. I'm not 100% sure with decks now being able to search DD Crow, decks now being able to play Dimensional Fissure at 3, and decks having easier access to cards like Necro Valley. I think it's going to be a little bit harder for a Shizu tier limit to dominate how it once was, but only time will tell if that's going to be true. Overall, I want to know what are your thoughts on this Forbidden List. I think, oh man, it's definitely going to be, I'm already gearing up in my head what decks I'm going to play. I think that Tri-Brigade is going to be a serious contender, but I also think that non-graveyard decks are also going to get a huge boost. And then there's Necroface. Necroface might be a sneaky card for this format, whether you want to cycle in cards or if you want to mill banish your opponent by getting rid of a Necroface. Bro, imagine playing against a Runic player and they banish Necroface off top and you're like, yo, it's just crazy. There's so many exciting possibilities, and I am really excited to be able to do something to commemorate what we have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Of course, if you want to see more amazing TheCaliEffect content, check out these videos, as I'll catch you on the next one.